Hello everyone, Chris Reynolds here with Gospa Missions, and as we just passed the second Sunday in Lent, what a Lent this has been. You know, we try to fast and do penance and give alms, and it's hard. I've had good days, I've had bad days. I've made fasting some days, I've messed up other days, but you know what? We just wipe ourselves off and keep on trying. Do not give up. We got to run the race till the end. And do it with me. I'm here. But one of the things that I wanted to do was twofold. I wanted to read more, and I wanted to meditate. One of my faults is patience. It's not having patience. And they say don't pray for patience because then trials will come. But without the trials, you can't overcome the temptations for lack of patience. So there's this whole gambit of things that go together. But as I was reading Tom's book, The Great Divide, and it's amazing because it talks about him wanting to be a saint. What's it take to become a saint? Patience. Being able to overcome trials is what it takes to become a saint. You ask people, do you want to go to heaven? Yeah. Well, are you a saint? They go, no. Well, and you're not going to get into heaven. We have to be a saint to get into heaven. We have to be pure as pure, like our God. So, do penance. Go to confession. If you haven't been in a while, go. It'll be the best thing that you've done. But as patience goes, one of the things that, as I've been doing this, meditations for a month, patience, meditations for a month. I don't know where you can get these. I've been looking around trying to find out. It doesn't have a publisher. But today was the endurance of temptations. And that's a biggie. I mean, do you have temptations to lust? Do you have temptations to look at women or men, if you're a woman? Do you have temptations to overeat? Do you have temptations to want to eat all the time? We need to overcome these temptations. The more we can overcome these temptations, the holier we can become. And I'm not saying that, I'm holy by any means. But I'm saying is, God allows these temptations to come so we turn to Him in everything we do. People are like, I don't want to bother Him. I don't want to bother Him with my homework. I don't want to bother Him with my paper that I'm trying to get done. I don't want to bother Him with this meeting I'm going into. Well, why not? He wants you to turn to Him and trust in Him. I just ran into a situation where we had to deal with a tenant, and I've been turning to our Lord on this. And I'm like, Lord, I need peace in this thing. And at first, I was looking at eviction. But I prayed. I said, Lord, let him come into this meeting with a humble heart. And let us work through this. The meeting just ended. And boy, was that an awesome meeting. There was a lot of peace at the end of it. But the temptation was there for me to react and not turn to God and do what I thought needed to be done, which was file papers. Get rid of it. The temptation not to look at the human person, and the temptation not to love your neighbor as yourself. It's hard though. It's not easy. But you know what? We can do it. because God doesn't give us more than we can handle. In here today it said, when God was tempting Tobias, because thou was acceptable to God, says the angel to Tobias, it was necessary that temptation should try thee. And then James talks about, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into divers temptations. So as we are tempted, think about it. Our Lord was tempted 40 days in the desert. He was tempted to give up. He didn't. He turned to the Father. He turned to the Father. Let us turn to our Father and our Lord. And turn to his mother to help us. She was there with him from the beginning to the end and onward with the early church. Guys, let's keep marching through Lent. Let's do this together. If you have any alms to give, please, I'm putting a plug in. Go to gospa.org. Make a donation. We could use it. Expenses are going up, and we're looking at doing more things with the retreats, and it's just, please, if you can help, do so. Or go on, do a purchase through our store for First Communion gift, confirmation gifts, blah, blah, blah. God bless you all. Have a great couple days, and we'll talk a little bit more. Let's go through Lent. We can do this. God doesn't give us more than we can handle. Have a great day.